Alright, hello, my name is Artsy Sister, and I'm starting Time Prince as well. Trying to. Oh yeah, there it is. Starting to see it. Alright, perfect. Sound test, check, check. And we are go. Mm. For several days, I don't hear any news from Fresno. Alright. Okay, so seems about right. I think he may have left Paris and I was unable to set aside all my worries and return to my normal life. But I can't shake a feeling of loss, and a seed of regret takes root and grows inside of me. Good morning, Your Highness. It's time to rise. Good morning, Madame de now. And I have the schedule for today. Madame de Nau's tone is as stern as ever, and today's schedule is unexpected as it always is. Always unexciting. Until and at 3 in the afternoon, you have tea with Monsignor Ledofan and Madame Adelaide and Count Ferdinand. What? Have you forgotten, Your Highness? No, it is just that I thought it would only be Dauphin and Madame Adelaide and myself. The Dauphin happened to encounter Confessne at the Conte d'Honorai's residency yesterday, and he invited him today for afternoon tea. Confessne is a fine gentleman, and both the Dauphin and Madame Adelaide like him a great deal. So she hasn't left yet, and after our last encounter, how can I possibly speak calmly to him again? Are you listening, Your Highness? Ah, yes, madam, I understand. Then allow me to help you change, and then we'll go to the dining room for breakfast with the Dauphin. After I shave my dad and I carefully straighten my dress and reminds me once more the rules of etiquette I must follow. Your Highness, you represent the royal family of France, and please watch what you say and do. All times they are watching countless eyes. Yes, Madame de now. In Madame de Na's company, I passed the first half of the day without issue, and finally it's time for the afternoon tea. When I arrived to the parlor, Fanny is already there. Good afternoon, Your Highness. Oh, hello, Count Fanny. It is good to see you again. The pleasure is all mine. After exchanging greetings, we both fell silent. Why is Monsignor Le Dauphin not here yet? I had no idea how to make small talk with Fanny, and the rules of etiquette don't say anything about how to handle a situation like this. I can only silently pray that the Dauphin will arrive soon. Good day, Madame Adelaide, and what an honor to see you again. Good afternoon, Count Fanny. It is a pleasure to meet a gentleman like you again. On the contrary, Madame Le Dauphin does not seem very eager to attend to this afternoon tea. Greetings, Your Highness. Forgive my rudeness. I can't believe I didn't notice Madame Adelaide's arrival. And suddenly she'll critique me later for my poor etiquette. Good afternoon, Aunt Adelaide and Marine and Conference. Good afternoon, Your Highness. Good afternoon, dear Auguste. Good afternoon, Your Highness. And the maid serves us strong black tea and pastry, and the parlor fills with a sweet aroma. After we settled down, the Dauphin and Confessne naturally began discussing recent events in Paris. I hear many foreign artists have arrived in Paris, and have you met any of them, Confessne? Naturally, Your Highness, I would not want to miss such a rare opportunity. Paris is truly is a magical city to be able to draw so many artists. It's always been my wish to make France an ideal country for artists and inventors to live in. I hope that in the future this great country will attract more gentlemen like you. Confessne, do any of these artists impress you? How unusual for the Dauphin to bring up this topic on his own. He usually talks to Fene about history or astronomy. Among several talented artists, but one who impressed me the most was a composer from Austria. A composer from Austria, yes. Although he had just begun his career in music, he is exceptionally talented. In Austria, he was once taught by Mr. Hyatt, and I said he would become a great musician. I heard from Miss Martinez that Mr. Hyatt is an excellent musician and a great teacher as well. As the son of a familiar name, I can't resist joining the conversation. My mother likes Miss Martinez very much, and I imagine that the gentleman that the conference speaks of is highly gifted. And think of Miss Martinez's beautiful singing voice, and I can help but smile. Madame la Dauphine, Madame Adelaide's shrill voice interrupts my reminiscence, and I suddenly realize I have broken another rule. I'm sorry, Your Highness, I was just remembering something. Your Highness, you have lived in Versailles for so long, and I am certain Madame de Ronay has taught our customs. Please remember that you are now the Dauphin of France and not an Austrian princess. I've also heard you still keep in close contact with Duchess Epolina. When she came to the palace a few days ago, you two spoke of cooking Austrian food. Please do not forget your position, Your Highness, and keep your distance from those who do not behave like nobles. Madame Adelaide is so forceful, I don't know what I should do. Madame Adelaide, I am the one at fault. I was inconsiderate of me to say something that would cause the Dauphin to miss her homeland. Count Fene, this is not the first time Her Highness has behaved like this, the Dauphin of France. How can she become a good Queen of France if she never stops thinking of Austria? I believe the Dauphin's value in her hometown and friendship will help her better care of the French people. And as the future Queen of France, Her Highness should better understand France's allies. And she should forge close relationship with both nobles and commoners, and then she should better help the Dauphin govern France. Count Fresnay. Madame Adelaide's criticisms of me are always harsh, and at times even the Dauphin can do nothing to stop her. And I didn't expect Fresnay would stand up for me. My lord, you. Dear aunt, please say no more. Do you also believe that the Dauphin has done nothing wrong, Auguste? It was inappropriate of her to bring out the memories of Austria and Versailles, but I'm certain that Madame Denard will teach her again later. Please, I'm so sorry. It's not an inexcusable mistake. On Adelaide, we are lucky that the company has joined us for afternoon tea, and please don't spoil the mood. Auguste, the Dauphin is careless because you indulge her. And she no longer pays attention during her etiquette and scripture lesson, and she's even forgotten how to greet those who rank above her. Anna Delilah, really? And since you're feeling like spoiling the mood, I won't say stay any longer. Monsieur le Dauphin and Madame le Dauphin, Coffin, if you excuse me. I gotta go yell at my lowers elsewhere. Madame Delilah rises and leaves the living room, and I breathe a sigh of relief. Maria, you alright? I'm alright, Your Highness, it was my fault. I'm sorry, Confine. Mao has always been quite stubborn, and she's particularly strict with Marie when etiquette is concerned. I only wanted to talk about something that Marie finds interesting so she wouldn't be bored sitting with us. And I never thought my aunt would criticize her in front of you. The Dauphin did that for me. There's no need to apologize, Your Highness. And I know Madame Adelaide means no harm, and she simply hopes the Dauphin will be a good queen. And I'm the one who should apologize. And what do you say there, Concerne? I know little of the royal family's etiquette, and I do not think it was inappropriate to speak of Austria with the Dauphin. I'm also a foreigner, and I think it is commendable for the Dauphin to demonstrate love and longing for her homeland. Your Highness, if a person is not attached to even her motherland, how can she love her people? Quite right, Concerne. And I said Marie will grow into a queen loved and respected by people. And then decapitated. It's a wish I share with her, is not Marie? Yes, thank you, Your Highness. I'll do my best. The Dauphin gives a satisfied laugh. Now then, Confene, please continue and tell us more about the excellent musicians you mentioned. Of course, Your Highness, I first met the gentleman at the Princess de Lamballe's residence. And smiling Fene tells us some encounter with the musician and of the music he composed. And after he finishes, it's probably Mozart. And after he finishes the Dauphin cheerfully declares that he would like to invite the talented musician to join a concert at the palace. I sit beside the Dauphin thinking of how to express my gratitude to Ferne. It's late, Your Highness. It's been an honor to spend such a pleasant afternoon with you. Now, if you excuse me. Thank you for joining us today, Count Ferne. It was a pleasure to have a gentleman like you as our guest. Let's call it a day, Count Ferne, and you're always welcome at Versailles. Goodbye, Count Ferne. Guided by the maid, Fresnel leaves the living room, and as I watch him depart, I feel my heart sink. I didn't get a chance to thank him, and I must express my gratitude properly the next time I see him, if I ever do. Marie. Yes, Your Highness. Do you have any further engagements? No, I'd like to return to my study, and a craftsman sent me some very interesting locks, and I want to examine them. Of course he does. Understood, Your Highness, and I'll be in my room until dinner. See you then, Marie. After the dog finally leaves, I'm left alone in my living room, and I sit quietly staring at the cards on the table until I hear a familiar voice. Your Highness, you should return to your room and rest. Yes, very well. I guess it was very exhausting to be teepee, to be like drinking tea and polite conversation. Very well, let's go. Your Highness, I heard what Madame Adelaide said from outside the door. As the Monsieur led the dog fan and Calfene understood your action, you must be more careful from now on. I understand, Madame de Now, and will sincerely hope you will become a queen who's loved and respected by her people. In addition, Father Verma has told me several times that you haven't been paying attention to you in your lessons. Madame Adelaide's criticism has some merit, and I hope you find think of them over. Yes, Madame, I am tired. Please allow me to rest a while. After the night leaves, I sit alone by the window, and Versailles is so beautiful, and I am arrested by the view outside my window, and yet I feel that Versailles has rejected me. When will Aunt Adelaide accept me? Like, never. She hates foreigners. Thinking of Madame Adelaide's criticism, I sigh. If Confident hasn't been here, then Adelaide would have criticized me even more harshly, and I think again of Miss Ernestine on that day in the garden. I respect you, and I hope your life will be a joyful and untroubled one. You may always speak to me with the things weighing on your mind, and whatever they are, and whenever. I can looking at the set of the gardens, and the white roses they are in full bloom, and it looks as if they're waiting for someone to come and appreciate their beauty. Thursday. I whisper his name, and the memories of our meetings flood my mind. Perhaps I should thank God for his blessing and thank fate for allowing the two of us to meet in Paris. And you are the most beautiful and enchanting lady I have ever met, and I hope you will not forget me after tonight has ended. From the moment I met her, I believe she was my soulmate, and she is a delicate yet strong woman. Though being far from home has brought her countless sorrow, and she bears them alone in order not to worry her friend. I am also a foreigner, and I think it's commendable for the Dauphin to demonstrate love and longing for her homeland. Your Highness, if a person is not attached to even her home motherland, how can she love her people? Good heavens! The harder I try to forget him, the more vivid these memories become. And now you know everything that's happened so far. And a few days later, on a tranquil afternoon, Gabriela comes to Versailles to see me, and I tell her about my encounter with Ferdinand and Leonard's encouragement and what happened at the afternoon tea, and my concern. So have you made your decision? I made my decision, but don't know how to tell Gabrielle. No matter how I explain it, and it sounds like a selfish and childish choice. Tell me, my dear, whatever your choice is, as long as it makes you happy, you have my support. I know this may not be the right choice, but I want to follow my heart. Whatever the future holds for me, I will gladly accept it. I don't know why these words fall so easily from my lips, but the moment I say them aloud, the uneasiness and tension inside of me vanishes. After afternoon tea that day, I tried to make myself forget about Ferdinand, but the harder I tried, the more vivid my thoughts of him became. Something inside of me is telling me that if I choose to give up now, I'll regret it. Oh, Marie, I know I have responsibilities, but it's alright, my dear, I understand. I know that there's a great deal of pressure on you, and I appreciate your situation. And no matter what you decide, I'll always be by your side. Thank you, Gabrielle. This is wonderful, and you are finally cheered up. And you finally look like the Maria I've always known, the one who faces her feelings and pursues what she wants. Except, I rejected him so friendly, I don't think I'll have another chance to tell him how I feel. That is a problem. If you send him an invitation in your name, people will gossip. Exactly. And it will be awkward if I ask him to meet me in Versailles. I know. Let's plan a fated encounter. A fated encounter. I heard from the Count Croes that a new opera troupe has just arrived in Paris and it will perform at the theater this evening. The Count has invited Count Ferne to attend with him. The theater. And what do you think? Shall we go on the opera, my dear? And it's been a while since we last went there, and the box reserved for you has been empty for so long. Indeed, I haven't been to the theater in quite some time. And if we go to the theater together, it won't arouse anyone's suspicion. It seems like a good idea. If I meet him in the theater, I can first speak to him about the play so it won't be awkward. And what a great idea, Gabrielle. Let's go. I need to change first. Like Gabrielle is like the queen's enabler friend. The one that says yes to everything. Even if it's a bad idea. Now that you're ready, let's be on our way. You look as excited as on the night you went to the masquerade ball. I hope tonight will go just as well. Of course it will, my dear, and you'll undoubtedly return with even better memories. And Gabrielle and I smile at each other and I feel much more relaxed. When we arrive at the theater, there's already a large audience inside, and an usher leads us to a reserved box and I ask in the name of tonight's play. It's Porcel's, Didos, and Aeneas. I'm a little surprised to hear that. And just then I hear a voice that makes my heart flutter. Your Highness? I turn around and see a pair of sky blue eyes. Madame de Lofal and Duchess of Polignac, it's a pleasure to see you. It's been a long time, Count Crues. Your Highness, this is... I know who this is. He's an old friend of mine. Count Ferne, and what a coincidence. Greetings, Your Highness, and I come to Count Curtis' invitation, and I'm surprised to see you as well. Since we're all here, will you gentlemen care to join us? We could enjoy the opera together. I try my best to act calm, but can't stop myself from clutching Gabrielle's hand. Was I too direct? And what do you say, Count Croes? It will truly be an honor after you, ladies. As soon as we take our seat, the stage curtains glide open and the orchestra begins to play. And the actors give a flawless performance, but I can't enjoy the play as much as I normally would. I'm so nervous that my hands are trembling, and I turn to look at Gabrielle, and she holds my hand and gives an encouraging nod. The actors on stage begin performing at one or duets. Fear no danger to ensue, the hero loves as well as you, and ever gentle, ever smiling, and the cares of life beguiling. Cupid through your path with flowers, and gather from Elysian bowers. I see at a glance at Fenne and find him completely engrossed in the performance. And why did it have to be this opera? When royal fair shall bless, and who cares of love and stays distressed? Fate forbids what you pursue. Was it truly a coincidence? The actors sing passionately, and the beautiful voices echoing through the theater. As if sensing my gaze, Fenne turns to look at me, and just as her eye meets, I hear the opening notes of Dido's lament. A language till my grief is known, yet wouldst thou have not guessed my heart. And I avert my eyes and turn back to the actors on stage, but no matter how hard I try, I can't concentrate on the rest of the play. I am grievously distracted until the moment the final curtain falls. In Count Crowe's invitation, we attend the Truth post-performance celebration. And after arriving at the ballroom, Count Crowe approaches the theater manager to offer him congratulations, and Gabrielle encounters a family friend. Only President and I are left at the edge of the ballroom, standing in awkward silence. I didn't expect to be left alone with him. Should I be happy or, Your Highness? Yes? Is there something you wish to tell me? I felt your gaze all throughout the performance. Is something wrong with my appearance? No. Only, what should I say? Wait, I know. I only wish to thank you, Count Fenne, for speaking up for me at that afternoon tea the other day. Oh, I see. You're welcome, Your Highness, and as I said, wherever you're in trouble, I will always be on your side. Ferdinand. Speaking of which, I was surprised to see you here. And I heard you had not attended a social event held outside of Paris or Versailles for some time. Gabriel told me that there was a new opera to performing today, so I wanted to come see. Did you like it? His eyes are so blue, his gaze so intense, and every time he looks at me, I feel my heart skip a beat. Seeing him again overwhelms me with the urge to tell him my deepest feeling. Yes, I did. I found it very relatable. Oh, do you mean? Faith for beasts what you pursue. I look up at him and whisper the lyrics from Dido's lament. Your Highness, I have no faith but you, and let your smile and I'll defy the feeble stroke of destiny. Aeneas said that when Dido refused him, but Fene has removed their names and recited the lines with great emotion, and he thinks he's waiting for my answer. Be brave and speak. I don't know how to answer his confession, and I can only turn my head to look at the dancing crown and avoiding his loving gaze. No, I shouldn't do this. But I made up my mind to be honest about my feelings, and how can I shy away now? Your Highness? Conferne, I'll do it. Aren't you going to ask me for a dance? His eyes flash with a touch of surprise, but then he quickly resumes his usual calm manner. Of course. It will be my pleasure and my greatest wish tonight. May I have this dance, your Royal Highness? Of course. Shall we dance? It is good to see you finally smile, Your Highness. And I thought you felt nothing for me. Though you did accept my offer to help you in the future if ever you need it. But whenever I thought of our last conversation in the garden, it made my heart ache. And I thank God for His grace for allowing me to see you tonight and learn of your feelings. He gently takes my hand and leads me to the dance floor, and I feel as if we're returned to the night we first met when our fate brought us together. Only this time I'm not nervous, and we close a distance between us, and it feels like a curtain has fallen around us, separating us from the busy crowd. And all I can hear is the beating of my heart, and slow and steady and sure. Your Highness, let us conclude today's lessons. Your conduct these last few days has improved, and I hope this continues. Thank you, Father Verma. I will continue to do my best. Goodbye. Until tomorrow, Your Highness. After Father bends this, I hurry to the open window and take a deep breath of fresh air. The day is finally here. Before Ferdinand and I last parted, we agreed to meet outside the palace in a few days. And today is that day, and I've been looking forward to this so much. I must wear something nice to meet him. And what should I wear? I stand before the mirror, straighten the hem of my skirt, and rearrange my hair. Much better. Ferdinand, Your Highness. Huh? Oh yes, what is it? My apologies, Your Highness. I saw you straightening your dress, and do you require your assistance? No, thank you. I can do it myself. Phew, I thought I'd been caught. And I tell the maid I'm meeting with Gabriel and will be leaving Versailles. But before departing, I stand in front of the mirror once more and double check my dress and hair. This time I can present Ferdinand with a better version of myself. With Gabriel ahead of me, Ferdinand in the woods of Saddletown. A steady breeze blows stirring the trees and the shadows dance across the road. Ferdinand and I walk along the path through the woods, telling each other about our experiences since leaving our homelands. And I finally have someone with whom I can express my dissatisfaction of the life in Versailles and my longing for my homeland. At first I kept trying to avoid Father Verma's classes just as I had in Austria, but he found me every time and wrote to my mother about it. And then my mother's letters began reminding me over and over to follow Versailles custom. Madame Denai does this as well, and ever since I met you, she's always telling me, Your Highness, Count Fene is an outstanding gentleman, and you should learn from him how to properly conduct yourself. I tried to imitate Madame Denai's voice and reprimanded tone. I understand how you feel, Your Highness. In fact, I also tire of the aristocratic etiquette from time to time. You do? Yes, for instance. I used to complain to my teacher that medicine and philosophy were too complicated, and even now I do not always want to accept invitation nobles extend to me. And the social life of our high society is extremely stressful. So I'm not the only one who feels that way. And I should not be surprised he may be becoming mature, but he is the same age as me. When I am invited to afternoon tea, I often wish I could decline, and the pastries are too sweet, and I burst into giggles. You amaze me, and I had no idea the perfect confidant was troubled by such trivialities. You were so calm, I didn't think anything in the world could unsettle you. I said, I hate sweets. That's not true, Your Highness. Some things unsettle me a great deal. My interactions with you, for example. Me. I try to behave mature around you, but the truth is, I'm always nervous in your presence. I fear I would overstep or that my feelings for you will cause you trouble. And each time we parted, I worried, did I say something to annoy you or was I inappropriate? So that's what he's thinking. I'm surprised. It's strange for me to suddenly say things like this, Your Highness. And I feel more at ease around you, and now that I am blurting out everything, it's not strange at all. On the contrary, I am pleasantly surprised, and I didn't see such a serious gentleman would also have a lovable side. Really. I hope I can bring more pleasant surprises in the future. I look forward to it. The sunlight is gentle and warm, and we spend the whole afternoon talking about the feelings we can't share with anyone else. Fred's calm, sensible demeanor is replaced by a more vulnerable side to him. And when I'm with him, I do not feel like the Dauphin, and I feel as though I am the carefree princess of Showbroom Palace again. At dusk, I returned to Versailles, but before I reached my room, someone stopped me in the hall. Your Highness, you finally returned. Madame de Nao? I did not see you in your room this afternoon, and the maid told me that you went out with the Duchess of Polignac. And Madame Elena has asked you and the Dauphin to come wait in the room tonight. The candle is about to go out, Your Highness. The candle? Does she mean? Oh, I see, I understand. I also been hearing some rumors about you sneaking out of the palace to attend a masquerade ball. What? How did they find out, and why now? Please refrain from doing that again, Your Highness. And as you know, after today you may well have a new position. I know, I'll be careful. Then please come with me. Emotions journey, and I followed Madame de Nao to the room that was prepared long ago. Madame de Nao's stern reprimand weighs down every step of the way. The Dauphin has not arrived yet, and there's no one else in the small room. And I sit alone in a chair pondering what Madame de Nao said, and I can't stop myself from reminiscing about this afternoon. I am conflicted by the memory. It's something in my gut tells me that I made the wrong choice. Marie. Good evening, Your Highness. The atmosphere in this room feels extraordinarily gloomy, and the Dauphin sits beside me, paging through a book, and he doesn't say another word. A crushing silence fills the room, and time slowly sticks, and the Dauphin continues to read his book as though he's already prepared for what he will face next. Does the Dauphin know that I went to a masquerade ball? Balls was like the modern equivalent of stag parties. When did they find out anything about the masquerade ball? Then have my interaction with Ferdinand also. And Your Highness, have you heard anything about? Just when I'm about to ask the Dauphin if he knows rumors surrounding me, there's a loud noise outside the room. It's coming from the king's room. Marie, may our Heavenly Father protect us. We are still far too young. Although I know what would happen ever since Madame then I spoke those words aloud, I am still terribly anxious. The noise grows louder and louder like an approaching storm, and at last someone opens the door. Your Majesties. Behind Madame Denard, countless nobles and servants are shouting words that make my heart sing. The king is dead. Long live the king. The king is dead. Long live the king. Madame Denard was up to us and sinks to her knees. Long live the king. Long live the queen. The night felt like a dream, and I went to sleep as the Dauphin, but upon waking, I became the Queen of France. The royal carriage carries Louis amid the crowds of cheering people from the Palace of Versailles to the Reims Cathedral, and on the God's case, the cardinal places a heavy crown upon my head. At the coronation, there may be celebration, and I barely had time to catch my breath. If only my Fresnel were here. Since parting the day, we haven't had a chance to meet in private again. And the last time I saw him was after the coronation, and on our way back to Versailles, and I happened to glance at our carriage window. Fresnel and Count Clovis were standing together in the crowd, and our eyes met. When will we see each other again? I looked down at the envelope in my hand. It is a letter from my mother, and Bernardina gave it to me this morning. My dearest daughter Marie, I will not be congratulating you on your new title, and I have heard some terrible rumors, and I wish to remind you, my dear child, that you will pay a hefty price if you keep indulging in luxury and neglecting your responsibilities. I am worried about you pushing everything aside for your own enjoyment. You must take serious matters into your hand, and most importantly, resist the temptation to splurge. You must not only bring happiness to yourself, but to the people as well. Maria Teresa from Austria. I read the letter over and over again, and each time I do, my heart sinks even more. There you are, Your Majesty. I spin around and hide the letter behind me. Madame Adelaide. Madame Denau told me you left your room early this morning, and I was about to go to the p13 in search of you, and I heard you've been spending most of your time there. A few days ago, the king gave me a p13 as a gift, and I finally have my own realm of freedom, and this has made Madame Adelaide dislike me even more. Do you need me for something, Madame Adelaide? Your Majesty, like, I think the Petit Trion is like a tiny castle, like a smaller house where no servants or anyone is allowed in there, so it's just a place for her to like do whatever the hell she feels like. Your Majesty, I believe that Madame Denard has spoken to you about those rumors. I'm not sure if you know, but many travelers have written your behavior into a flirtatious story and it's become the talk of the salons. What? You are now the Queen of France. You know that you represent not just yourself, but the entire royal family, and even the whole of France. I, I'll excuse me, if you'll excuse me, Your Majesty. I hope you understand what you're doing and never do something that will bring shame to the royal family again. Without even waiting for my reply, Madame Adelaide whirls around and leaves. How can I possibly explain my behavior? I have only myself to blame. I made this choice, and competing emotions well up inside of me, and I feel like there are two voices in my head arguing with each other. One voice warns me not to fail my mother or forget my responsibility, but the other tempts me, encouraging me to pursue my happiness. Huh? Trying to drive both voices out of my head, I walk alone to the Petit Trianon. The palace of Versailles is like a transparent cage, and everything I say and do is watched by countless people. But the Petit Trianon is my garden of Eden. Here I am free from all constraints. I greet my guests not as the Queen of France, but as Marie Antoinette. Guests such as, Good day, Your Majesty. Please, Gabrielle, call me Marie in private as you did before. All right, if that is what you want. It is rare for you to have the chance to rest here, Marie, and you must be exhausted. I am, and ever since the coronation, I had to see so many people and learn so many things. I haven't had a chance to speak with anyone, not with you and not with... I'm sorry I wasn't there for you, my dear. No, Gabrielle, it's not your fault. I'm glad you came to see me today, and I already feel much better. I'm so glad. Oh, I almost forgot. I have a surprise for you. A surprise? Gabrielle smiles and hands me the surprise to me. Oh, a cheap rose you shouldn't have. It's a delicate white rose, and its fragrance is light and sweet, and one look at it and I think of Fresne. It seems like you already know who it is from, and he came to me this morning and asked me to bring this to you as soon as possible. In addition to the rose, Gabriel has me a delicate wine red envelope that's sealed with silver wax. My princess, I think the sudden changes must have disarmed us both, and it pays me to be away with you. And the rose holds my thoughts for you, and I hope you can feel them. And it may be risky, but I still hope to see you once more. And I have too much to say to you. Yours, Fresne. A meeting. And what's wrong, my dear? And what did Fresne say in this letter? He wants to see me. At a time like this, I desperately wanted to see him, and the moment I read the letter, I know what answer I want to give him. But then I remember Madame Adeline's warning me not to forget the circumstances I am in now. And I look helplessly at Gabriel, not knowing what to do. Hasn't he heard? Oh no, it's nothing. Forget about what I said. Are you talking about the rumors about me? My dear, you know. Yes, Madame Denard and Madame Adelaide told me about them. I'm sorry, Marie. I brought you to the ball because I wanted to cheer you up, and I never thought it would cause you so much trouble. I never wanted you to be sad. It's alright, Gabriel. I know that you were trying to make me happy, as you always are. And if it wasn't for the ball, I wouldn't have met Ferdinand. But my dear, attending the masquerade ball and spending time with Ferdinand following my heart, these are all my decisions I made myself. Didn't I say I would gladly accept whatever I might face in the future? Even the guillotine. Marie, if you decided to go, I'll do my best to help you. So what is your decision? Looking at the letter and the white rose in hand, I long to accept Ferdinand's invitation. But I also need to consider my current position and all the gossip. Should I see Ferdinand at a time like this? Though he's rather playful when he is with me, Ferdinand is not an impulsive person. He must have something very important to tell me if he wants to see me at a time like this. Madame Adelaida only mentioned the ball. She didn't say anything about Ferdinand, and as long as I'm cautious, I should be alright. Are you worried about the rumors, my dear? I am, and are the rumors about anything other than my going to the masquerade ball? Some say you do nothing but amuse yourself and squander money, and others say you and His Majesty cannot rule this country properly. It seems like they haven't found about me and Ferdinand yet. I want to see him, Gabriel, and I think he must have something important to say, otherwise he wouldn't ask me to see him at a time like this. I understand, Marie. Is there anything I can help you with? Let me think. How do I go see him? I know. I told His Majesty I will go to the church to pray for the blessing from God. And since it's not a formal royal mass, I will be accompanied by only Madame Denard and Father Vermont, and I asked Frenchman to meet me at the church after mass. Perfect, and I'll take this message to him. Thank you, Gabriel. Gabriel leaves and I return to my room alone. And what would my life be like now if I hadn't met Ferdinand? And I put the white rose he gave me in my favorite porcelain vase, and the sun in the parasol beside its coat, and it makes the rose look fragile and small, like it might wither at the slightest touch. Is this the gardens? Why am I here? I don't know, but I'm standing alone in the garden, and it's so quiet I can't even hear the wind. The sky is suddenly with bright stars, and under the light I see a familiar figure standing in the garden. Ferdinand. Marie. Why are you here? Didn't I say I'm leaving, Marie? What? Where are you going? Goodbye, my princess. He turns to leave. Ferdinand, wait. Ferdinand! I call out his name, but he doesn't turn around, and all I can do is watch him walk further and further away. And a tidal wave of despair washes over me, drowning me in grief, and I use all of my strength to shut out Ferdinand's fading silhouette. Wait! I noticed a ceiling above me and realized I'm in my bedroom. It was only a dream. I look at the coffee table where the white rose is still in bloom and sunlight streaming through the window falls on the rose, turning its petals gold. What did the dream mean? Your Majesty, it's time for you to rise, and don't forget you must go to church today. And while you're sleeping, try not to shout the names of your lovers. Like, just try. That's today. Yes, madam, please help me to get changed. Yes, Your Majesty. Is there anything else you need, Your Majesty? No, madam, that's all, thank you. It was a pleasure, Your Majesty. The carriage has been waiting for you, and once you're ready, we'll depart. Understood, madam, we can go now. As I'm leaving the room, I can't resist the back of the rose once more. I can only think of what I saw in my dream. Why did I have a dream like that? What was it that friend wanted to tell me? Bright sunlight streams through the church windows illuminating every corner, and dust shimmers in the air, and as soon as I step inside, I see a figure facing the altar praying devoutly. Your Royal Majesty, Madame Le Dauphin, may the grace of the Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the fellowship of the Holy Spirit be with you. And with you, Cardinal Rohan. Your Majesty, I was very happy to learn that you were coming today, and I can send the loving Father to you. Cardinal, there's no need to be so polite. Let's begin. Yes, Your Majesty. I approach the altar and reverently close my eyes. Our Father who art thou in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come and thy kingdom be done as earth as it is in heaven. I pray asking God to give his blessings to France, and I pray for you to bless France, bless this beautiful country. And I pray for your blessing and let me leaving behind suffering and allow me to find happiness. Heavenly Father, I pray you to allow me to see fairness, and I pray you will protect us from pain and deliver us from the guillotine. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and grant us cake. Amen. I open my eyes and there's a white candle quietly burning on the altar. Your Majesty, are you? Cardinal, may I be alone for a moment? I would like to pray for my mother. I understand, Your Majesty, pious as you are, and certain God will bless you. After Cardinal Rojas leaves, I once again kneel at the altar and pray devoutly for Mother. The silence is broken by the sound of the door opening and someone carefully approaching me. And I finish the last word of my prayer and then slowly turn around to look at the quiet visitor. Fresno, you're here. Marie, it has been quite a long time. And when I say his name, he steps forward and raises his arm to embrace me, and then he hesitates and lowers them again. Now, there can't be any tomfoolery in front of inside a church. When I have been worried about you ever since I heard the news. I saw you in the crowd after the coronation ceremony. I was afraid I would never see you again. No, Fernand, there must be a way. I heard people gossiping about you, and I know it's risky to meet you at a time like this. But I have so many things I want to tell you. Important things I could not write in letter, and I wanted to look at you in the eye and tell you in person. It's alright, Fernand. I feel the same way. I've been thinking about you since we parted ways, and I prayed again and again that I could be by your side. I think of my dream from last night, and was it an omen, and the thought terrifies me. The image of Fennes saying goodbye and disappearing from my life too closely resembles the scene from before. Tell me, Fennes, what do you have to say? I'll listen. When you smiled at me from your carriage, I felt ready to surrender my life if it will make you happy. Since coming to Paris, I have met many people, but you, Marie, only you made me feel willing to give up everything. You deserve all the love in the world, and I will never know a lady more unique and virtuous than you. Certainly. And the moment I learned who you are, I knew that one day I would have to face this, but I did not expect the day would come so soon. His words overwhelmed me with despair, and I pray that what I feel will not come true. I wish I could stay by your side forever, but we both know me being at your side will bring you pain, not happiness. No. Fear and anxiety was up inside of me, and I feel my body trembling, fearful for what he's about to say. Please don't say it. Anything but those words. Fairness steps closer and gently takes my hand. Marie, I am leaving. You're married to another man and the king of France, and we're in front of God, I'm gonna do the right thing, even if it's painful. I, my eyes fill with tears, and all of the despair and pain and torment I suffer since arriving in France wash over me. I feel like fate was demanding a toll from me and taking away the only thing I hold dear here. Oh, don't cry, Marie. Your tears will shatter my heart. I must take part in the war in America to prove my worth. America? I thought, America Independence War. I thought, like a lot of people forget that, that America wouldn't be a country if, like, the French people hadn't helped Washington. Like, they trained all of the Minutemen. Lafayette and a bunch of other French guys. I thought long and hard before making this decision, Marie. And if I stay in France, rumors about us will hurt you, and for the sake of your reputation, I must leave. And Fernand reaches up and tenderly wipes tears from my cheeks. I do not feel worthy enough to stand by your side. I want to make you proud and become someone who can protect you. and I hope that someday I can stand by your side with dignity and be your knight. Ah, guys having to go prove their words. I look into his eyes, and they are filled with determination and deep and unyielding love. I don't like it, but this is the best decision for both of us. Still, I can't help worrying about the uncertain future. Tortured by my reason and emotion, I finally whisper, "Please don't go, or I support you." Hmm. Well, he's gonna leave anyway, so I'll support you. This is such an important decision for Fred, and I can't force him to stay no matter what the reasons I have. My heart wants him to stay, but my words are rational. I understand, Fennec, and I support your decision. But I won't stop worrying. Why not? So much could go wrong. And what will become of you? Will you be in danger there? I'll never stop wondering about your well-being. Please listen to me, Princess. Do not worry about any of that. No matter what happens, you will have my heart. And you'll give me the courage to pursue honor and glory on an unknown continent. No, Fennec, you always been a person brave enough to do that. You are the most courageous lady I have ever met, Marie, and your courage inspires me, and I will do everything I can to bring you the happiness you deserve. Please believe in me, Marie. I will become worthy of you, and someday I will stand by your side with dignity. I do believe in you, Fernand. And smiling Fernand lets go of my hands and moves towards to stand beside me. And in this holy light, he closes his eyes, and his voice when he speaks is low but strong. O Father who art in heaven, and in thy name I make this vow. I offer my heart and my courage to the woman beside me, my dearest Marie, my princess, and I will return from America with honor and glory, and then I will stand proudly by her side. And from that day on, I will stay with her, protecting her forever. Heavenly Father, I pray you keep him safe, and I vow to fulfill my duties during our days of separation, and I will do everything I can to become a good queen. And when Fernand returns, may he see with thy blessing a better France. I can stop myself from looking at him, and I find him looking back at me. And in this warm ray of light, we make our most solemn vows. I will return, Marie, and her smile is as radiant as the sun. And when I do, I will stay by your side, shoulder to shoulder. The news that Fernand will go to America soon reaches the palace of Versailles, and the king throws a farewell ball. And at the ball, I give him my sincerest blessing as the Queen of France. A gentleman like you will always be welcome in France, and this is our final farewell. I'm standing at my window looking at the white rose, and its petals have withered and fallen to the table. But I still don't want to remove it from the vase. Madame Denal reminded me several times, but now that I'm stubbornly refused again and again, she's finally stopped mentioning it. My dear, Gabrielle is speaking to the doorway, and she carefully pushes the door open and approaches me. Good day, Gabrielle. She looks at me and then at the wilted rose. Fernand has been gone for several days. It must be hard for you, my dear, and why would he leave you at a time like this? It was his decision, Gabrielle, and I understand and support him. But it has upset you. He left France for his reputation and for me as well. He told me that I am the most courageous lady he's ever met, and I inspire him to be more courageous. Marie, it's for the best, for both of us. Don't worry about me, Gabrielle. I'm alright. And besides, I still have you. Oh, my dear. I'll stay with you while he's gone. Before he left, he promised that when he returns, he'll become my knight and stay by my side to protect me. And together we will engage in infidelity as Queen Guinevere and Lancelot did back in like the King Arthur's time. And I have found my own purpose. Gabrielle, I will give him my all, and I will fulfill my duty to do the best to become the queen loved and respected by my people. Spoiler alert, it didn't go well. Marie, you've changed so much, and your eyes glisten every time you say that. And I've been so worried that this transition will cause you more suffering. But look at you, so brave and full of promise. Thank you for bringing me to the ball, Gabriel, and I thank fate for gifting me such a wonderful experience. No matter what happens, I will never regret meeting him, and I will improve myself so that he too will never regret his vow. Gabriel and I spend the afternoon talking about our expectations for the future, and she tells me the gossip about me has died down. And sunlight shines through the windows and into my room, and the palace overside seems bright and warm now. In the first spring after Fernand's departure, I had the gardeners plant white roses in the p13, and during the summer I often sit on the grassy beside the roses, admiring their beauty. And a gentle breeze rustles the roses, and a bird song of the willow warblers meets my ears. And in the morning light I pray silently for those who are far away. Marie, looking up, I see Gabriel running towards me. Good news, Marie. My husband received a report on the war in America today. What is it? I heard that Fesne, and as the Marquis de Lafayette's adjutant, has performed well in battle and has been commended by all. They won many battles. Perhaps they will return soon. They won 4 battles. According to the American history, Washington and his troops lost 80 battles, but they won 4. But the reason why they got like the independence is because even though they lost most of the battles, they never stopped fighting.
So then they have to keep and bring the troops away from Great Britain.
So then it just became too expensive for Britain to try to keep the America. So yeah, like they went for persistence, not because not because they went for stubbornness, you know. Like even when everything is going against you, if you never stop, that's the George Washington lesson. If you never stop trying, you're gonna win because whoever gets up first is the loser side. Never mind how many times you get beaten down. Because that's the American way. Moving along. Oh, and do not shoot. Oh, yeah. Do not shoot until you see the white of their eyes. Because your accuracy sucks. Because you only know how to shoot a mask. Whatever, moving along. He says, that's wonderful. And I have a surprise for you. Oh? It was sent from America. Could it be? Gabriel smiles and hands me an envelope, and my name is nearly printed on it. It better not be Freshness beating dead heart. To my beloved Marie. He asked me to give this to you, since he cannot send it directly to the palace. Seeing the familiar handwriting, I silently thanked God. Marie, why are you crying? I suddenly realized that tears are rolling down my cheeks, and I shake my head and brush them away. I'm alright, Gabriel. I'm just overwhelmed with happiness. Ah, that's good. Gabriel wraps me in a warm embrace, and holding the letter in my hand, I smile. A warm breeze tosses my hair, and I feel like it's coming from a far-off land, bringing his blessings to me. After night falls, I stand alone at the window and gaze out into the distance, and the wilted rose is no longer in the vase beside me, and a fresh one, delicate and fragrant, is there instead. And it looks like it's waiting for something, and the letter rests on the bed next to its ring and glowing in the moonlight. The ring is engraved with one small line, the unbreakable vow of the person that fate brought to me. Everything leads me to thee. Also, like the letter came with like a wedding ring, ending oaths beneath the roses. Alright, so that's the end of that mini chapter of Fated Encounter. I hope you have fun with me reading it, and next time I do Time Princess, I will do another sub-chapter of Queen Marie Antoinette. Alright, I hope you have fun. Bye-bye and God